In this video, we will cover Capital Account Manager action required for TLGP leads that were submitted for the Capital Account Manager. So the first thing we're going to do is navigate to the Leads module in Sales Connection. And you can search by the lead ID number if you have that. You also should receive a workflow directly out of Sales Connection once you have been selected as the owner for the lead. So there's a link there that you can follow directly into Sales Connection to review the lead. The first thing we're going to do here before moving forward is to ensure that this was submitted as a service type lead. And you can see that directly under the account name, we have service lead listed. This is extremely important because the FSR also has the option to submit as a capital type lead. However, those submitted as a capital type are not eligible for payout because the workflows are not built in the capital screen. So that's the first thing that you need to check here. If it was submitted as a capital type lead, before moving forward, you'll need to have the FSR submit that as a service type lead rather than capital. And they have the option of adding in the category information here for capital. So the first thing we're going to do after we confirm that this is a service type lead is review the category for a little bit more information on this lead. So in this case, the customer is looking to replace existing Ceres or AMSCO equipment. I also might have a little bit more information down below in the comments. You can see here the FSR is requesting that you quote a Lab 250 for the customer. Before contacting the customer, you may want to check the status here. So in this particular lead, we have the status for open contacted. Open contacted means the FSR has already warned the customer or the contact at the customer site that a quote is probably coming from the Capital Account Manager. So you're already set up there. If it is set to open qualification, this means that the customer is not expecting a quote and the account manager should reach out to the linked contact. The contact information can be found in the Contact tab, directly linked to the lead here. So you'll have the name, title, phone number, and email information available to you. So after review, if we have confirmed this is a legitimate lead that can be quoted and that is approved for TLGP payout, what we'll do is mark this approved for TLGP dropdown as yes and save the lead. The next thing we're going to do here is go ahead and create our quote for the lead. The next most important thing about TLGP leads is that we create the quote directly off of the lead. You'll see here we're reviewing our lead ID and we also have a quotes tab. I'm going to navigate to my quotes tab and click add a new quote. We'll enter in our opportunity description here. Just for reference, we can add in our lead ID and click create. So in the quote lines here, I'm going to create my equipment that the customer has requested. So since in the comments it did mention a Lab 250, we'll go through and create that. We'll save our quote. So now we have our lead ID connected to our new quote. So in order for the FSR to have an update on where the lead is in the status, I'm going to navigate back to the lead ID, and now I'll change my status to open quoted and save the lead. So now if the FSR needs a status update, they can open up their lead record here and see that Andy has changed the status to open quoted and that the quote is listed directly in the quotes tab tied to that lead ID. So once the FSR or the account manager has confirmed that the order has come in, what the account manager is going to do first is to confirm that the Approve for TLGP dropdown is marked as yes. They also can change the status to open order received and save the lead. Now what we're going to do is navigate to our quote, and since that Approve for TLGP lead dropdown is marked as yes and the quote was created directly off of the lead, we have the ability to now connect the order information to our lead. So what we're going to do is change our line status from open to 1 and save our quote. This will pull up the TLGP information pop-up, allowing you to enter in your order information and click OK. After clicking OK, you'll receive a notification that the TLGP request has been sent to the DSM for approval. The DSM will then manage the lead and the quote to ensure that the FSR is paid. If the outcome is different for the lead, what the capital account manager will do is mark the lead status as closed lost so that the FSR knows what happened with this lead record. And that is how you manage a capital TLGP lead in Sales Connection.